guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Lyric. I'm a licensed esthetician and this is where I talk about all things lifestyle and beauty. So for today's video, I'm talking about the law of attraction, manifestation, and vision boarding. This is something I've noticed is really popular on YouTube, and not only have I actually been adapting these practices for about the last 7 to 8 months, but I also really enjoy watching these videos on YouTube. So I hope that you guys enjoy watching this video. I talk about the 7 laws of attraction and I interpret them to how I use them in my daily life. I also talk about the power of manifestation and what your mind is truly capable of when it comes to manifesting positive things into your life. And then I talk about vision boarding, and vision boarding is really important when it comes to manifesting because it actually helps you visualize and plan out your life for how you want it to be in the future. A little issue that I had with a lot of other people that do vision boarding videos and talk about law of attraction is that they don't really explain their board. They don't explain why they put the pictures in the spots that they did and why they chose those pictures and what their thought process was. I feel like some YouTubers might say like, oh, that's too personal. I want my vision board just to be for me. My vision board is gonna be just for me regardless of if I share it with you or not. If you go and copy my vision board exactly, that's totally up to you. I wouldn't recommend that because you need to make it for yourself and your goals and your aspirations. And I highly doubt they're exactly the same as mine. So you want to create your own board, but if you want to use the same layout that I did or the same thumbtacks that I did, I'll include a picture of the board that I used and the thumbtacks that I used, and I'll try and link them down below if I can find them so that you guys can have the same things that I have if you want to do what I did. I also have all my other social media accounts linked below. If you guys ever have any questions, don't hesitate to message me on Instagram or comment down below. So if you guys would like to learn how to use the law of attraction, manifestation, and vision boarding in your daily life, just keep watching. Let's get into talking about the law of attraction. So this is something I've recently started doing in my life, probably over the past 7 months now, 8 months. And I've already noticed it helping me a lot in my day-to-day life. So basically the law of attraction is that positive attracts positive, negative attracts negative. I'll give you an example of like negative attracting negative. So say you wake up in the morning, you wake up late, your alarm never goes off, you're running late for work, you still have time to make it on time, but you're still running late. Then you wake up and you're drinking something before you leave and it spills on your shirt, so you have to go and change your shirt. Then you get on the road and people are driving slow, there's lots of traffic, and you end up getting to work late. Normally, in that situation, I will wake up and I'll be in a bad mood because I woke up late. I'll be stressed out, and then I get on the road and everything is just going wrong. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and it's because I'm just dwelling on the fact that I'm having a bad morning. Rather than saying, okay, so it was a bad morning, you'll get over it. I dwell on the fact that it was a bad morning, so it's gonna ruin the rest of my day. You have to really fall out of that mindset and totally flip it and say, okay, so I woke up a little bit late, no big deal, I still have time to get to work on time. Or, okay, so I have to change my outfit, I can change it really quick. It shouldn't really ruin your entire day being late to work or getting stuck in traffic. Trying to let that anger go in the heat of the moment is also really important because you don't want to be sitting there in your car pissed off, swearing at everyone, and just making a big deal out of something that it's like, it's normal to be stuck in traffic, it's gonna be okay. And then we take the example of positive attracting positive. So positive thoughts, positive actions will attract positive results. An example of that is, that same exact morning, you have that same morning I just described, but you say, no big deal, the rest of the day is gonna be great, I'm working with my favorite coworker, or the sun is shining, it's beautiful outside, or even if it's not nice outside, just say, I'm gonna have awesome customers today, or maybe that you're gonna make a new friend. You just have to put these positive affirmations in your mind that your day is gonna be good rather than saying that it's gonna be bad straight off the bat, because anytime that I say I'm gonna have a bad day, I usually end up having a bad day. And it's because I'm putting that out into the universe saying it's gonna be a terrible day. But if I go out and I say it's gonna be a great day, and it's not a great day, then that is what it is. But usually when I affirm to myself that it's gonna be a good day, it usually is a good day. So there are 7 laws associated with manifestation in your life, and I'll read those off really quick and kind of explain the thought process behind each of those little laws. So the first one is law of attraction or law of manifestation. That is the core that you have to kind of strive to uphold with this new way of life that you want to embark on. So basically what the law of manifestation or the law of attraction is stating is that your mind is a really powerful tool of manifestation, and everything that you think in your mind can possibly be mirrored in your outside world. up on my board, I have that I'm gonna hit 1,000 subscribers. I wanna hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So that's only a few months away, but I feel like I can do it. I keep seeing it up on my vision board. It's gonna help me manifest that into my life. Then you go into the law of magnetism. So the law of magnetism is basically saying that you yourself, you are a magnet, and everything that you have in your life, you've attracted into your life. Whether it be a relationship, a pet, you know, a job, anything. The law of magnetism is stating that you're basically attracting things into your life, whether you realize it or not. So becoming aware of it is probably the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself. And that's why I'm kind of coming on here to talk about it with you guys, because it's something that's really greatly helped me over the past few months. And I'm hoping it's gonna help other people as well. So the next one is the law of unwavering desire. And this one is super important for attracting things into your life the correct way, because you don't wanna say, like, if I put that stuff up on my vision board and I say, I want to have a really nice car. That's nice and all, but you have to put it in the universe that you already have that in your life, because you do already have it. If you're manifesting that into your life, that means it's already there. It's already coming to you. You just have to affirm to yourself that it is in your life, or it will be in your life very soon. Number 4 is the law of delicate balance, and this one is also really important for manifesting things correctly into your life. So the law of delicate balance means that you can't become obsessed with your manifestations. You can't say them every hour on the hour. You can't be thinking about that and only that all the time, just focusing on it over and over and over again. If you focus on things too heavily and you overdo it, you're not going to get that kind of same result. So you want to make sure that you have that delicate balance where you still have something up on your wall that you can look at and kind of reaffirm to yourself in the morning or the night before you go to sleep, but you're not sitting there staring at the board all day just dreaming and manifesting. That doesn't work that way. You have to kind of put it out into the universe and then let it be. So a good thing to do, like a good tip for your vision board and for manifesting things into your life, is to put it on your phone screen, on your computer screen, something like that, where you're going to see it every day and it crosses your mind. You don't have to actively be sitting there staring at the phone like, oh my gosh, I need that car. Oh my gosh, I want a body, just like that. But it's something that your mind instantly sees and instantly catches, and you're kind of unintentionally thinking about it. This is what my lock screen looks like. So this is the one half of my board, and then when I open it up, it's the other half of my board. Then comes the law of harmony. Now, the law of harmony is basically saying that every single thing in this universe is connected somehow. So you are already connected to the things that you're looking for, the things that you want to attract in your life. You have to put it out into the universe to get them to come, and you have to make sure that you're making it happen. You can't say that you want a $50 million yacht and then sit at home eating Cheetos. It doesn't work that way. I don't know why Cheetos. You have to be realistic in your goals as well. Then we come to the next one, which is number 6, and that is the law of right action. So that's basically saying, like, you can manifest all the things you want to manifest in your life. You can have a vision board. You can do your, daily affirmations. You can do all that kind of stuff. If you go out into the world and you're a terrible person, you're making fun of people, you're judging people, you're not doing your job at work, you're slacking off, if you don't have compassion and empathy in your life and you treat those around you like garbage, you're not going to get those things attracted to you, because you need to be doing right by yourself and by others. You give what you get. So if you're giving out really negative vibes, even though you're affirming things positively for your life and you're just treating everyone else negatively, you're not going to attract positive things into your life. Lastly is the law of universal influence. So this is basically saying that you have an influence over every single person that you meet. And when you step it up and you're on a scale like I'm on right now, and you're on a world scale where anyone can click on your video and anyone can see you, you really have to be careful what you're putting out into the world. I was actually talking to a friend yesterday that said that there's this trend going around on TikTok where these people are sharing like their daily meals and what they eat in a day, and it's literally less than a 2-year-old should be eating. And they're basically putting this out onto the internet. And all these young people, because the age on TikTok is like 9 to 19 is what's popular on TikTok right now. So you're telling these 9 to 19-year-olds that they should be eating less than a 2-year-old in the day. And then you're preaching this to your following of 5 million people. And you're telling people to eat a walnut for lunch and an apple for dinner. And you're like, that's all you need. And then have a protein shake. Good night. That's not right. And you have to think about these things. That's what this law is talking about. You have to think about your influence on the world. That's what the law of universal influence is kind of trying to touch on. And that's how I interpret it anyways. All of these things that I'm talking about right now, these 7 laws, These are the way that I've adapted them into my life and how I choose to view them and how I choose to use them to my benefit. Let's move into the second part of like the manifestation techniques that you can be using. So you can have daily affirmations, you can have daily goals. So there can be like, say 3 affirmations daily that you want for yourself. The 3 that you're really focused on right now until they happen for you. So say, I want a new car, I want a better job, I want a better apartment. You can affirm those to yourself every single day. Maybe on top of that saying that you want to learn something new that day, you want to meet somebody new, you want to make a new friend, or you can say like, I'm thankful for, and say 1 thing that you're really thankful for, or 3 things that you're really thankful for. Because not only do you have to accept that positive into your life, but you have to say what's been positive in your life so far. Just to balance those things out, you want to affirm that you have positives in your life already, but you still want more positives in your life. Now we move on to the vision board and what the vision board kind of represents. The vision board is basically a manifestation tool that helps you to actually visualize your dream life. Creating a vision board is going to help you improve your coordination, your motivation, your organizational skills. It's also going to help to reduce fear and anxiety of a certain situation. If you're really anxious about having money in your life and you're really financially unstable, you can be looking at that board every day at, having $1 million in your bank account, photoshopping it and making it look like you have $1 million in your bank account. And it'll start to make you become comfortable with seeing that sum of money in your bank account. Whether it's actually real or not, your brain is going to think, oh my gosh, that's my bank account, that's my account number with that amount of money in it. Your brain will eventually normalize that and say, when it does happen, you're not going to be like, oh my God, I have $1 million, I just won the lottery. What do I do? You've already been seeing it, you've already been thinking about it in your head, and whether or not you realize it, you're usually thinking about it, and then you think about like, ooh, I would spend it on this, or ooh, I would do this with it, or I want to donate this much to charity. Something like that is going to always help you manifest things into your life and help you really visualize them. The main thing that your vision board is really going to do is it's going to help you lay out and organize your future, what you want to do, whether it's for the next year, whether it's for the next 5 years, 10 years. You can make it however big you want to. My board is kind of over the next year, building into 5 years. I'll explain how I organized my vision board and why I laid it out in the way that I did, because I feel like it's really gonna help me visualize things in the order that I want them to attract into my life. Honestly, just looking at my vision board, it makes me so happy to know that I've organized my thoughts so much that I have a 5-year plan down. Planning has been something that has been so difficult for me in my life. I really wasn't taught how to financially plan for the future or how to plan out my life. I've kind of always been a live in the moment kind of person and go with the flow. And I've never been a person that wants to sit down and really organize my thoughts and organize my plans for the future. And this mentality that I'm getting into now is really helping me in the long run, because it's helping me lay out all my responsibilities and what I need to do to actually achieve these things in my life. So one thing I came across while I was researching vision boards and watching other people's videos is that I saw a lot of people doing it on a poster board, and they would glue everything down. And I didn't like that, because when you think about it, your future is always changing. Just because something doesn't manifest into your life doesn't mean that a version of it won't manifest into your life. And you may have to shift your view a little bit in order to attract the right thing into your life at the right time. So that's why I put mine on a cork board with pins, because I know I'm going to be constantly taking things off and putting things on. I felt like if I got a poster board and glued everything down, it was kind of set in stone. I can reuse this board multiple times, and I can take a picture of what it looks like today and then what it looks like in 6 months or a year and how much I've changed on it. That's why I recommend having a cork board or a dry erase board, because that way you can kind of shift those moving pieces and not have to worry about gluing them down and setting them in stone. And the last thing the vision board is really helping you to achieve, and something that I've noticed already since I've started this journey and made my vision board, I can't stop looking at it and just being so happy and smiling, because that's literally my life on that board. That's what I want my life to be in the next year to 5 years. I want to be able to have those things on that board, and seeing them is just it makes you so joyful to know that those things are coming into your life. Oh my gosh, I could go and stand in that exact spot of this picture here. Where is it? This is Paris right here. And I could be standing in that spot in a year, taking a picture just like that. And that's just crazy to me. It's so exciting to be able to actually finally have a set goal that I want to do for myself. Now is the part that I feel like a lot of influencers skip. They'll talk about all that stuff and they'll say, I hope you have a good time building your board. I hope this video helped you. But what I want to do is actually take it a step further and go into detail about my life and why I've chosen to put what I've put on my board. And I understand that people might say like, oh, it's too personal, like I don't want people to see what my goal weight is, or why I want this car, or why I want this job, or it's a surprise that I'm moving this place. I get it if you don't want to share certain aspects of your life, but for me, I feel like I'm pretty open with you guys and I want to share those things. I just feel like it's so cool that I could maybe sit in my house one day watching this video with my husband or my kids or my friends or whatever and say, oh my God, look at what I looked like back then. Look at this room I was in. Look at the board that I created and all the things that actually came into my life because I sat there that day and I had the confidence to manifest it and to talk to everyone about it. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So what I've decided to do is take little snapshots on my phone of the board, either like little videos or little pictures, and just kind of insert them throughout the video and telling you guys why I laid it out in that order. So what I'm gonna do is I have a picture of my vision board on my phone, and as I'm talking, I'm just gonna be looking at my phone and talking about why I've placed this thing in this place and what it means to me for it to be on that board and why I'm manifesting it into my life. So what I've done is I've started at the center and then I have everything kind of bursting out around it and moving in a clockwise fashion. The pictures of the skincare at the top, they're actually the start and the end of the clockwise circle around my vision board. Everything is kind of revolving around my YouTube career. Everything else is moving around it. Those things are coming and going, but that YouTube channel is staying stable. It is staying right in the center. It's not going anywhere. And that was my logic behind that. I just kind of made this up on my own. I didn't get any inspiration for how I actually laid anything out on the board. I just sat down and logically thought, what's the easiest way to lay this out? And what's the way that makes the most sense for me? I have everything in order clockwise from what I want to start achieving right now to what I want in like 5 years or in 3 years, you know, in an amount of time that's not the very near future. My YouTube channel is significant and in the center because if I didn't have my YouTube channel and I haven't been active on YouTube as much as I have been, I wouldn't have even started this board. So that's really at the center of the board because that's actually the reason why I've even created this board in the first place. Not only because I've been watching things on YouTube and because I have a YouTube channel to actually put it on there, but because I also want to grow my YouTube channel because I only have 125 subscribers right now and I want to have millions of subscribers and I don't have that yet. So I have to manifest that into my life. If you look at the center, there's actually an email. I don't know whose email it is, but it's an email that says, congratulations, you've been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. So basically that means that I've been monetized. That means that I have that 4,000 watch hours and I have 1,000 subscribers. Then I have the 1,000 subscriber count because that's what's gonna take to get monetized. I also just have the YouTube logo and then I also have the creator awards on there because I wanna win every single one of those YouTube creator awards. So then as you go up, you're gonna see those little skincare bottles and the little cream jars with the flowers. So those pictures actually have a dual meaning. So I'm gonna start with the first meaning, which is the start of the board, and then I'll finish off with that exact same set of pictures for the end of the board and why it's significant as a dual purpose on my board. The first thing that those skincare things mean to me, I have issues with my skin. Even though I'm an esthetician and I use amazing skincare, doesn't mean that I can't still get acne based on other factors in my life like my hormone fluctuations. I want my skin to be healthy and balanced, and that's what that first meaning is behind those pictures. Then to the right of that, you see that there's 3 pictures of white SUVs. And the white SUV symbolized that I want a new car. I'm driving around a little teeny tiny Nissan 200 SX. It's a very old 1998 car. It's not gonna cut it out in Arizona because it doesn't have the transmission to keep up with hills, first of all. And second of all, it does not have AC at the moment. So I would be living in Arizona in a hot climate with no AC, and it's a black car with black interior. That's not okay. You can't do that in Arizona, you'll literally die. I really want to have that color SUV because it helps to reflect the sunlight back rather than absorbing the sunlight like a darker car would. White is gonna be the best option for me living in Arizona. And I could also do like a silver or a cream color or a light green, something like that. But ultimately I really want to have a white car because out of all those options, I would probably like white the best. And then you see 2 pictures of credit cards. Now the credit cards also have multiple meanings in them. So I want to bring up my credit score and make it good enough for me to actually apply for a credit card and get approved for it. And there are probably people out there like, you're 25, why do you not have a credit card? And I mean, I do, but I want to get one on my own that has a decent limit on it because I had an issue with my credit and it got damaged. And I haven't been able to fix it the way that I've wanted to, and I've been trying to work at fixing it. So the credit cards not only symbolize me fixing my credit, but also gaining financial stability. I want to be able to go and get an apartment in Arizona and not have to worry about relying on someone else to co-sign on a lease with me or co-sign on a car for me. So then you look to the right of that, and those are pictures of Arizona. And I was just there 2 weeks ago. I can't wait to move. I'm so excited to leave a cornfield and move to mountains and beautiful views of a city. I can't wait. Next on the list is actually 3 apartments I've handpicked for myself that are in my price range that I could afford on my own without anyone else's help. Granted that I have the finances and the credit score to actually achieve that. Once I have those things, these are the 3 apartments I've chosen for myself, and they're so cute, they're so beautiful. So I've actually gone on Zillow and I've handpicked these apartments, and it's important to know why I did that. You have to make sure you're manifesting things that are realistic. You can have great dreams, and I have some houses coming up on the board that are definitely out of my price range for the next few years at the very least. Maybe my entire life, who knows? But I have them on the board because I feel like with hard work, I can attain those. So that's those 3 apartments. They're actual apartments I've picked off of Zillow. And then you move down below that and they're pictures of a spa. So it's not just one spa, it's just stock images I found on Google. With this, since it's a job, I don't want to manifest something into my life that won't actually be good for me. So I want the general idea of having a job at a spa or a med spa, but I don't want to pick a specific med spa because what if I attract that into my life and it's actually not something that I wanted because the people there are terrible or the way that they do everything, their policies and procedures are so difficult to deal with. I want to make sure that I'm manifesting the general idea of the right job for me and the most perfect fit for me, and I don't want to narrow that down to one place because it could be multiple places. And same with the apartments. I could have multiple apartments, but it's easier to be able to kind of visualize with one apartment rather than one job. So then, once I've got my car, I've got my finances in check, I'm living in Arizona, I've got a beautiful apartment, a great job. I feel like at that point, I can finally take a breath and take a step back and say, now I need to work on myself. And I'll be working on myself during those times as well, but this is really kind of the level that I want to get to before I really start focusing inward. I want to, as you see, start eating clean. So that's kind of what those pictures symbolize. And I just got really colorful, really cute aesthetic pictures to symbolize eating clean, eating healthier. When I was in Arizona a couple weeks ago, it was so much easier to eat clean there because everyone else around you is eating clean because they're in shorts year round, they're in bikinis year round. You want to look nice. And I live in Iowa. People don't want to look pool ready when they really don't have a pool to go to, or they have a pool to go to only 2 or 3 months out of the year, and then it's cold and you can't do anything. You know? So that's kind of my logic. That lifestyle is very common, and I have a lot more options out there. There are a lot of amazing vegan and clean grocery stores out there that I can go to. They have all the places necessary that I can use to have better eating habits. I will say those pictures are not me, so I don't know if that's you. If it's you, you can comment on my video. I'll give you credit for looking bomb as hell and being my inspiration personally. But I don't know who these girls are. I didn't go off someone's Instagram and like pull photos. I actually Googled realistic body goals, and these were the girls that came up, and I was like, yes, beach. This is realistic to me, and this is also something that's important in keeping that realistic mindset. I'm not gonna put a picture of a Victoria's Secret model when that's never gonna be my body type, because my core body type is not a Victoria's Secret model. I've never been a stick thin person. I've always had a bigger chest, a bigger rear end. I've always had big thighs. Like, it's not gonna just go away like that, and I know that unless I get a ton of surgery and liposuction done, which I don't wanna do all that. I wanna lose it all normally, and I wanna have a body like these 3 girls. I wanna have something that's athletic and healthy, but still curvy and voluptuous, if that makes sense. Then we move on to the favorite part of the board, and that's the travel section! Guys, I can't wait to travel the world. I'm getting like flushed thinking about it. It's so great. I can't wait to travel. And these are just some of the many destinations. I literally want to travel every single crevice of the globe until I die. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy plane tickets, and that's pretty damn close because I want to go to Greece, I want to go to Tokyo, I want to go to frickin' Paris, I want to go to all these amazing, beautiful places. And I also want to go to Australia to visit my friend Prue because we're planning a trip hopefully next year, but we'll see. We're trying to get it on the books and we're trying to plan, and honestly, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, I feel like, because we're like, ooh, let's also go to Thailand and Indonesia. I'm like, while I'm in that neck of the woods, might as well. We're definitely getting ahead of ourselves, but it's just the excitement of being able to go to a new place. I personally have never been out of the country. I've never left this country, and you forget that there's a whole world out there that you've never even set foot on. And this placement is significant because I have to get a lot of other things in my life in order before I want to start traveling across oceans to different countries. My plan is to travel as much as I possibly can for the next few years. And then once I've traveled, and I'm still going to continue to travel my entire life, like I said, but then I want to start thinking about purchasing a house and actually setting down roots somewhere. Whether that's Arizona, whether that's somewhere else, I don't know. But I know that I want to, after that point in my life, after I've traveled, after I've checked off a lot of other things in my life, that's when I want to actually buy a house. And like I said earlier in the video, these houses are like way out of my budget right now. Pretty sure these are like $10 million homes, probably in LA. Unfortunately, we do not have that in our bank account yet, but it's coming. It's coming. I'm manifesting. It's coming. It's flowing, okay? When you look up to the top, I know you're probably thinking, like, you're looking at my house style and then you see the office space that I'm like creating in my head, and you're like, that house and this office space don't match even a little bit. What the hell is this girl thinking? And honestly, the office space is something that I probably could have put, honestly, with the apartment pictures earlier, because this is something I want to create sooner rather than later. There are things I already know I'm going to add to this board and things I'm going to take off and move. That's probably going to be one of them. I might move those to a different location on the board because I kind of want to manifest that cute office space for an apartment rather than for a house. So I'll probably move that. But that's just to show you that this is all flowing and changing. And even last night when I thought that that was a good placement for it, this morning I'm like, maybe not. Maybe I'll switch it up. That's why it's really key to have something that you can constantly move around and adjust. This is where you guys might start looking at me a little bit weird. And this is something that's personal, I guess. I freaking love taking baths. Okay? If I could soak in a tub for 2 hours with a face mask on, listening to music or reading a book, just thinking about it relaxes me. It's so nice. And that's why I have these bathtub inspirations. I love the flowers in the tub, and I love having that little tray where you can actually like set something on there. Like you can set your phone and watch an episode of TV, or you can set your phone up and listen to music or an audiobook or something to just help you decompress and relax. And being in a hot bathtub and just soaking and relaxing and just letting all your stress melt away. I feel like this is just an advert for Bathtubs Are Us, and you guys can use it if you exist. So that's something that I want to manifest into my life, is a really beautiful bathtub in the apartments that I have or in the houses that I have. When I have a house, I definitely have to have the most bomb bathroom you've ever seen. And I can't wait to custom create my own bathroom, because that's like a one non-negotiable. That's something I'm going to be socking away money for, because I want to have like a dream bathroom. As an esthetician, the bathroom is so important for you because that's where you do your skincare. I want to have a place in my bathroom where I can sit in a bathtub, let a mask soak on my face, get out, sit on a chair in a big fluffy bathrobe, and just apply all my skincare and then just be a luxurious bougie bitch. And that's what I want in my life, okay? So that's what I'm manifesting on this board. Whether that happens when I get an apartment or whether that happens when I have my own house, that's something I need in my life. That's something that's really important to me, oddly enough. This last part of my board is the beginning part as well. So I said that it had a dual meaning. This meaning, instead of it meaning that I want to have clear skin, I want to have my own skincare line. I want to have my own company where I'm selling cosmetics, skincare, hair care, and beauty accessories. That is my dream for my life, is to create my own business and to create my own company. I also am thinking about opening my own spa in the future. A lot of big aspirations. Can you imagine me opening my own spa and having my own products in that spa? I'd be that bitch. I'd be the bitch that people want to be. And that's what I want to do. I want to create that for myself. And not only that, I want to be someone that people look up to and aspire to be. And I want to be a good role model. I want to teach girls and guys alike that you can go for your dreams and you can make them happen. And that's what I'm hoping to do by creating this board, is I'm putting all those dreams down literally on paper, and I'm thinking about them. And I'm realizing that they are attainable things. Just because, say you want to be a famous singer, get your ass on TikTok, get on YouTube, and start a channel, start a TikTok, put those videos out there. Go to voice lessons or watch YouTube videos of people teaching you how to scale, how to use your vibrato. all the things that you want to achieve in your life are literally there and they're waiting for you to go and get them. I'm not just putting it on paper, I'm actually actively going and getting the things that I want to get. I went to Arizona, I got a job. I already have that spa job kind of secured. But at the same time, what if in the time that I get there, they don't have a position for me anymore? And I took it off my board because I thought, oh, it's done, it's in the bag. I'm still manifesting that into my life, whether it's the job I've already secured and I already have obtained, or whether it's another job. So that is my vision board and my way of thinking of manifestation explained. I wanted to walk you through my thought process on my board, how I organize it, and hopefully that'll help some of you guys organize your boards in the future, because when I started this process, I felt really lost and really confused, and I'm hoping that this video helps you put your thoughts together and maybe gives you kind of a template of how you want to lay your board out, because maybe my way of doing it makes a lot of sense to you, and I'm hoping that that's the case for some of you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you like content like this, give it a thumbs up so I know I can make content like this in the future for you. If you have not already, do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell if you guys want to get notified every time that I'm posting. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.
I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah.